What's up, everybody? Thanks for spending your Monday evening with us. Rory Kelly is here. Thanks for coming on, Rory.
Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure meeting you. Happy birthday, John Bon Jovi.
Yes, happy birthday, John Bon Jovi.
And I must say thanks for indulging the request, because what kind of always happens is whenever we have a guest and I've never met them before and I run quickly by them, you know, what can we do that's relevant to today? Sometimes they're just like, oh, I got nothing. And you were just came right in like, all right, we'll do Living on a Prayer. So that's how we start.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a pretty real request. Like, people request that as the first song of the night, and you're like, ooh, I hope I'm warmed up.
Well, we are going to get to what you do with that, because we were just talking before about how you get your all the songs that you do onto one page and put it out for all the audience to choose from, which is a really cool thing. But before we get to that, I have to. My first question that I have to ask you is the Lady Beast. I love that. I loved introducing you as Lady Beast. I'm going to add to that indie rock monster. Is that cool?
Nice.
Is that
Thank
right?
you.
All
Yes,
right, yeah.
absolutely.
So how did this whole Lady Beast thing start? What are your roots? What are your, I mean...
You know, I just wanted to have like a word that really encapsulated what I do. Because I'm like a singer-songwriter, but I'm a little more kind of aggressive than a lot of singer-songwriters I know. You know, which isn't like a judgment call of like what's good or what's bad. It's just that's who I am,
Just
you know?
real.
And I used to sometimes say screamer songwriter, and people didn't totally get it. You know, like
I like that.
I like it, but people it left them confused about my genre.
Okay.
You know, so I just kind of ended up with a Lady Beast because I just wanted to let them know, like, I am not your like beautiful folk singer, you know.
But
and
folk is a lot of what you do, though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny. Like, I play in a folk club, and they tell me I'm a rocker, and I play in a rock club, and they tell me I'm a folk singer. So it's like
labels. Come on.
Yeah, like I'm good with whatever. I go both ways.
Right.
You know, it's all good.
Very cool. Yeah. So that was going to be one of my other questions. Is, are you a solo artist? Do you play in bands? Do you just do the acoustic thing? That's the main.
Yeah, you know, I'm mostly acoustic. I do, at a lot of my shows, I do live looping. So you'll hear, like, the chorus of 1,000 Rorys. I'll loop my vocals. I'll do some beatboxing. I'll do that. I'm just acoustic today, which I feel a little naked without my gear.
Well, you're going to have to come back and do a whole loop setup for us next time.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Because, yeah, the loop thing is... I don't know. It's just really cool when you see one. I can't do it. That's why I have great admiration for other guitarists who. I do it a little bit, but
kind of explain what it is. Is it like the old like reel to reel, like you record it ahead of time and then?
It's recorded on the fly. So it's a pedal, you know, and I have a couple two pedals on there, right and left. And when I step on one, it's recording, and it'll keep recording until I tell it to stop, and then I can layer over it. You know, so I can like lay down some guitar chords and lay down like a beatbox rhythm, you know, do a little like.
Right, so it's like build a band, kind of like the shorthand way.
Yeah, but I'll do it on the fly and I'll layer my stuff together so it sounds a little fuller. And people enjoy watching it come together, I find, too, you know?
Yeah, because then they become part of, like, the recording process in a way, almost.
Yeah. It's a cool, you know, it's a cool thing, and it's fun for me. That's why I mainly started doing it, because I play out a whole lot, and I was like, I just got bored. You see how many songs are on my list, too.
Yeah.
I'm always changing, because I just, like, I want to keep growing.
Right.
So I just was like, what can I do to make this a little more interesting? And the looper, like, expanded what I could do 1,000-fold. You know, it's so fun.
Does it have a harmonizer in it too, or you just you lay your own harmonies?
I am the harmonizer.
Okay, that's cool.
It would be cool to be able to work with a harmonizer and do it on the fly. Like I just layer on the fly. Okay. I'm like, here's the 1, here's the 3, here's the 5. Enjoy.
There you go. Nerdy musician talk right now. I don't want to. So. Well, why don't we let's get right into an original tune. I want to start hearing showing everybody your stuff and tell everybody where they could find you too. I want to plug your websites as much as possible. RoryKelly.com.
RoryKelly.com.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
RORIE.
RORIE. I love you for saying it.
Yep.
Yes, I have.
KELLY.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a dude named Rory Kelly who also plays music, and he spells it RORY.
Okay, so
people have ended up, and I haven't heard him, but I assure you I'm way better than he is.
.com?
Definite.
Well, he gets a free plug here too.
Yeah, exactly.
If you mistakenly
I know
go
it's
the
not a
wrong
very
route.
nice plug. I'm always telling people like I'm definitely better than that guy, and for all I know, he's like a virtuoso.
Well,
I don't know.
That
he
just
could
goes
be excellent,
right,
guys.
Right, but but you're still better.
Yeah, he's not a lady beast.
Right.
That's definite.
At least. Maybe he's a man bee, I don't know, but
yeah, I that's true. I don't want to like step on his self-identity.
But how many people do you think he's sending over to your site?
I don't know. I hope many.
And he's probably telling them, I'm not as good as this
crazy lady.
All right, let's do it. What are you gonna play for us? And you want to give us a quick?
Yeah, so this is a song called Magic Comin'. This is available on the internet. It's on Spotify. It's on all those places. I've got an official little YouTube video.
Okay.
This is a song about making your own magic, which I believe in.
Awesome. Love it.
There are times when she knows this life is not enough, and all the dull platitudes in the world will make it so, like in hard every day. with the bills she still can't pay. She RPGs late at night in someone else's life. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Get ready for a big surprise. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? When's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up smiling, knowing what I learned? Oh, 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 oh. And she lays out the cards to see how the day will be, and she turns with a sigh. It's another one of these, but the wind blows strong now. She knows it's only time, just a matter of time, till she spreads her wings and flies. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Get ready for a big surprise. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up smiling, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? When's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I learned? Oh, 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 oh. And she lays her head tonight. She knows it's still not time, and she dreams with the power of a phoenix in flames. And she thinks that she begins to understand what she has inside. It's not a thing to disavow, it's not to fix, it's not to tame. Oh, there's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, oh, oh. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life.
Nice.
Beautiful. Great song. So that's a single.
Yeah, really
That is a
enjoyed
single,
that.
yeah,
You're
thank
really
you.
fantastic.
Oh, thank
That
you
was
so
great.
much. Thank you very much.
We don't even. I don't even pay her to say
I
this.
know.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
know,
that's
right?
that's legit. So is that going to be on Shadow Work?
It is
Did I
gonna be
just
on-
see?
ooh,
All right.
you did your
I
homework.
did some research. So talk to us about Shadow Work. Talk to us about what's in store for the next album. And
Yeah, so, well, for starters, I'm on musician time. I kind of hoped it would be done by now. But I kind of, my last album that I wrote and released was called Rising, Rising, Rising. I called it like a badass empowerment album. Like empowerment for people who don't like to be like, woo, 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 in your feelings, you know?
right, not complaining. You're actually doing.
Yeah, and I really, I kind of started writing songs that, like, as like therapy, you know, like I
Yep.
think for a lot of us music has saved our lives because it's given us an outlet and allowed us to connect with people and all of that. And I kind of just got back to my roots after that. I was like, yeah, it's great. Like I love doing empowering stuff. I love inspiring other people, but Shadow Work is really about the dark stuff. It's really
Oh, so we're gonna get another side now.
yeah,
Okay.
like shadow work, like it's a Jungian concept. The shadow is like all the parts of your personality that you like shove aside and do not show.
Okay.
You know, like to fit in and to align with society. And
Right.
sometimes that's good. Like, you know, we shouldn't all go around killing each other and stuff like that.
You have to.
You know, like you have to like have a handle on your emotions. But
Right.
sometimes it's like, you know, you kind of want to like sort through that and find out like what's motivating me, what's going on under the hood that I'm not aware of, you know. So that's kind of what shadow work is in a nutshell, and that's kind of what this album is all about. It's like let's get into the nitty gritty,
Right.
let's get super real.
So the song's all written, or
Yeah, in fact, too many songs are written. This is a problem I have.
that's a good problem to
It is
have.
a good problem to have. I have like songs coming out my ears. It's a challenge. I mean, it's a good thing, you know. But yeah, I have too many songs, and I'm like whittling it down, you know.
So are you recording it locally?
Yes, actually, me and my dad are recording it.
Oh, cool.
Mostly just us. Occasionally, we got another musician or two on there, but we've been like really jazzed to see what we can do as two humans.
Wow. That's
You know, kind
really-
of like I'm doing my loop pedal, and I'm like, wow, how big of a sound can I make as one person?
Right,
and
right. You play drums too?
We're,
or-
I don't. I beatbox.
Okay.
And we are doing like a combination, like some drum programming. We do have some live drums on some of the tracks.
Okay,
You
cool.
know. So we're just like really exploring together, and it's really cool. And it's cool to work with my dad. You know?
Yeah, when you say
really
you're
cool.
you're working with your dad, does he play instruments too, or he just helps with the setup and stuff?
No, my dad is a bass player. He's a bass player. He plays keys on a bunch of the songs because he's a way more legit piano player than I am. And he plays guitar too, but he considers himself a bass player. That's like his identity.
I
you know?
met somebody last night who said that they were taught by your dad.
Yes,
Cosmo.
That's.
I
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah.
he came. Yes, and I told him he's got to come on the show too.
That's
so
so
he said he was
cool.
going to be watching. I don't know if he's watching right now. By the way, hi everybody. I want to say thanks for watching again, and spending your Monday nights with us. And you don't want to go out of the house anyway because of Corona.
Yeah,
So,
we're more fun, and
right.
we will not.
We will not
won't
give you a
catch
virus.
anything from
Yes,
us.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I want to get a sneak peek on one of the new tunes. Can we do that? Is that all right,
Oh,
or is that allowed?
absolutely. Oh, that's very allowed.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Can only get it here, right? Only on
Only on Govs
Joe's
Radio. Or
Govs.
only
Just
on
my
only-
show.
Just you.
Right,
I
just
know.
me,
If
okay.
anyone else on Govs wants this song, I'm sorry.
What's this one called?
This is called Full Moon Charm Bracelet.
Cool.
So background about this song. I'm kind of a witchy person, so full moons and new moons are something I pay attention to. I can always tell you what phase the moon is, and if you ever need to know, rarely do people need to know, but full moons are a really good time for letting go. Like, that's the energy, is like, is something going on that is stressing you out? Like, now is the time to say, I release, you know?
Eri, my wife, did you hear that? Our daughter was born on a full moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Eri was like 47 weeks pregnant.
That's
so it was
so
like,
cool.
this is what's going to make
She
it
was
happen.
Like, she was
so.
like, yeah, that's so funny.
47 weeks pregnant.
40, that's a lot of
Yeah.
weeks.
It's like an elephant.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
I mean, if you're pregnant with an elephant, you got other problems.
Right.
Unless you are an elephant. In which case, I want to meet you.
Right.
Elephants are great.
Hey, I feel another song coming.
Anyway.
Hey, Tony's here.
Hello.
We'll get him in soon, too.
So this song is called Full Moon Charm Bracelet, and that is what it's about. It's about trying to let go, which I am bad at. Put this on a bracelet because the charm is just a memory. Now I have had all I can take of suffering and sacrifice. Now I am not helping one single being when I know myself out. I am not doing myself a service when I push it all down. Goodbye, I'm letting go. Let me be brave, 'cause I don't know anything for certain anymore. But I know that some things are worth it, feeling scared for. I'm letting go, I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I'll let you know, I'll let you know, I'll let you know how it goes. Now the moon is full of guidance. here I am living at a deficit with I believing I'll be free in 1 more year, 12 more months biding time. The stories get thin enough to let me out. Magic moments never come, so fine, I'll make a magic myself. Goodbye, I'm letting go. Help me be brave, 'cause I don't know anything if I'm searching anymore. But all you know is some things are worth it, feeling scared for. I'm letting go, I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I'll let you know, I'll let you know, I'll let you know how it goes.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Great song.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the new album.
Thank you.
Like I'm,
Me too. I'm looking forward to it being done. We're taking forever.
like you said, musician time. So
Musician
read a
time.
few comments here. Robin Eve says no such thing as too many Rory Kelly songs.
Aw, thank you,
And-
Robin. I love Robin.
Robin's the best. And Donnie, her business partner, music partner, says Kevin Kelly is the best in the business.
Yes, he's amazing.
Hope
Yeah,
you-
I didn't give a plug. My dad, his studio is the Workshop East. It's in Huntington.
Oh, really?
He is.
I live in Huntington.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Right down the road from you.
Is he in the village? Is he where?
He's right by the village. He's on Main Street.
Okay.
You know, just a little east of like the main part. You know.
We will talk after
Yeah.
this. Ari said, "Who called me an elephant?" And that would be Sally.
I apologize, but elephants are excellent.
Elephants are
It's a
excellent.
compliment.
They're very smart.
It
They're
is
very
a
smart
big
animals.
compliment.
Yeah.
Elephants are awesome.
Yeah.
Frank Steenkamp says, hey, Frank. I'll put this out to Frank again. Listen, you're welcome to come here. Any musicians out there who want to come on the show, please private message me. We have a ton of really cool guests coming up over the next couple of months. We're here every other week. And, shoot me a message, and we'd love to have you on. So I also ran this one by. It's also Chris Martin's birthday from Coldplay.
yeah.
From Coldplay.
So, and I did take a quick peek at your
Am I so
It's
your
a-
song
it's
menu.
Dr.
Song menu.
Dr. Seuss's birthday today,
We're gonna
too.
do Cat in the Hat now.
Oh my God.
Oh, really?
Green eggs in hand.
I wish I had known that. I would have looked up some Dr. Seuss.
You don't have any Dr.
Invented-
Seuss on your
I
song
don't
menu?
have. I know. I
Oh,
like.
that's bullshit.
It is. I know. Like, what's my problem? Now I know if I can say a bad word. Thank you.
There you go. Come on, it's governors.
I'm making sure it's like podcast versus radio. You know, like you never know.
This is true. As long as my daughter is not watching.
You let me
Maybe
know
put
she
her
tunes
to
in.
bed now. All
I'll
right.
be appropriate.
Let's do a Coldplay tune for Chris Martin's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chris Martin. It's really funny.
Because you're gonna watch.
My brother-in-law's name is Chris Martin, and
Is
it's not his birthday today.
Oh.
You know, but it's funny because
should do
every
what
time I
Hazen
hear
said.
Chris Martin,
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Right.
How do you know him?
Probably a pretty common name, but if
Yeah,
you
right.
do Google Chris Martin, he's the first one to come up.
Probably
So,
not.
Right.
Yeah, probably not my brother-in-law. Come up to meet you, tell you I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell you I need you, tell you I set you apart. It's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said that it would be this hard. Take me back to the start.
Beautiful. Showing off the range.
Thank you.
Did Chris Martin
That's
proud
such
on
a
that.
gorgeous
It is a good
song.
song. You know what? My dad loves that song. Dad, we'll dedicate that one to you. He's a big fan of the Scientist.
go.
So,
To you, Joe's dad.
yeah. Yeah, so, all right. I have, actually, should we do, all right, we'll do the trivia question now.
Trivia question.
Yeah, tell our lucky winner what they're going to get if they guess this question right.
What are they going to get? Are they going to get one of my CDs?
Are they going to get whatever you say that they can get?
Yes,
That
you
is-
are. So let me tell you. Inside this adorable My Little Pony box,
Wow. That's amazing.
there is music.
How many CDs do you have?
I have 3.
Did they get everything in there?
They don't get, well, they would get like 10 copies of the CD. We
Oh,
cannot
okay.
serve them well, but they can have,
Can they have the box?
no.
Oh, that's her
Oh my
special
God.
box.
They can have their pick. I have a live album. I have 2 studio albums. What album would you like to take home with you?
Wow,
You get to choose,
very
good
cool.
listener. And
And they can find all these on RoryKelly.com.
RoryKelly.com. And all the internets, Spotify, all
All
of
the
that good
internets,
stuff.
all the webs.
The interwebs, and the pipes, and the tubes.
Right. Okay, so all you have to do is get this question correctly. Be the first one to get it correctly, I should say. All right. In 1963, this group became the first group to have 3 consecutive #1 singles in the U.S., and it was on this day, because that's how we roll.
Wow.
What is the name of that group? And you get that right, and you get some Rory Kelly merch.
Yeah.
Maybe a CD, definitely a CD,
Shoes,
maybe
but-
some
Yeah, and you can have a couple of dinosaur buttons too. I got these
dinosaur buttons.
Look, I got these little dinosaurs, and they have encouraging lyrics on them.
Come
they're-
on, Princess, gotta try today. Love it.
Yeah. So you can also, I will also give you dinosaur buttons.
That's
'Cause
actually one of my
you
questions for you.
Deserve them.
You do. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody really.
Who
all
doesn't
the
deserve a
viewers
Everyone
deserve
deserves
it.
an encouraging dinosaur. Let's be real.
But you have something with dinosaurs. Like what?
I
What is the
do.
link to the dinosaurs?
You know, it's accidental. I didn't mean to make dinosaurs my brand.
Where did I see that? I saw
When-
that somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. Well, now every time there's like dinosaur news, it ends up on my Facebook page, like times 10. Like
Okay.
everyone shares their dinosaur stuff with me. So yeah, when I was doing my crowdfunding campaign for Rising, I was trying to come up with like unique things to offer people who contributed, and one of the things that I said was, I will draw you a picture of a dinosaur, $30. And can I tell you, the dinosaur picture sold out.
Get out of
And
here.
we're talking like Crayolas here. Like, I am not an artist.
But wait, what kind of? Was it like a T-Rex? Was it a Stegosaurus? Are we talking a big or small?
Actually, I would allow people to choose the type of dinosaur, and if they did not have a preference, and I would go look up and try to find a dinosaur that I felt resonated with their personality.
Okay. Wow.
Because I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah. What
You're
kind of
gonna
dinosaur would I be?
You took
Just
it
out of
serious.
curiosity.
That's a good question.
I'll let you think about it.
Yeah,
You
I
don't,
do
don't
wanna
have to
think
answer
about
right
that.
away because
I'm
you know
feeling maybe Stegosaurus.
because I said it.
Oh, did you say it? No, I was
Did
just
I?
thinking like like kind of like
Like-
small but mighty. Like you look
Small
at a
but mighty,
Stegosaurus and you're
oh.
like, is this Stegosaurus like gonna eat some plants? And then you see its tail and you're like, I'm gonna get away from this Stegosaurus.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So you want to run away from me is what you're saying. Okay, fair enough. All right.
Like, get me out of here. No.
All right. Anybody wants to win some free Rory Kelly merch? Just answer this question. In 1963, this group became the first group to have 3 consecutive #1 singles in the U.S. All right. So while they contemplate that, why don't you give me some background on this Teach a Bird to Sing that you performed at the White House,
Yeah. So,
and then do the song.
I
No.
will. I
Okay,
will
cool.
happily do that. I mean, unless you don't want me to.
No, you have to do it after the story, though, of course.
Yeah, so yeah, it was so cool that I got to play this at the White House. This is just one of these songs, like I wrote it when I was in a really crappy place, really shitty place of mind, and I wrote it in an afternoon. It was one of those like therapeutic songwrites, and I went and I played it. I played the worst gig, or not the, well, I played a lot of bad gigs. I played a really stupid gig. I was playing at this sushi bar in a basement in Manhattan.
Sounds awesome.
Nobody knew the sushi bar existed, and certainly no one would have expected to find live music there.
Definitely not.
And it was really hard to find, so I a good friend of mine named Eric was there, and my dad was there, and that was my whole audience, was Eric and my dad.
I've been there.
Yeah, right. I mean, we all have.
So
right?
many people have been
Yeah,
there.
we've all been there. And I played, and I was like, well, it's just you guys. I'm gonna play you this song that I wrote last night, and Eric was like, that song's it. That's your keeper. You keep that song, and I'm like, really? I thought it was a throwaway song. It's always like that, right?
Isn't it cool how good
Yeah.
positive things come out of really shitty negative experiences?
It's really
right?
true, right? Like music is magic. I'm always saying it. Like you are turning your pain into healing.
Just along those lines, I want to tell a quick story that I was playing a gig once, and literally all of the chairs from the bar were up on the bar.
Oh my god.
There was literally nobody there, and I'm looking at the owner. I'm like, I know
I
I have
just
one
go
more set,
home?
but really,
Yeah.
what am I doing? I'm
right.
playing.
Like, do you really
yeah,
want me to play to the chairs?
I'm playing for the bus. Well, what made it worse was that the employees were looking at me like, when this guy,
They
when's
just
he gonna be
wanted to
done?
go
I want to get the
home.
hell out of
Oh
here.
my
I'm like,
God,
it's not
yeah.
my fault, guys.
Yeah.
And I went home so dejected that night.
Yeah.
And then the next week I was playing at the Paramount. So it's
Isn't
the
that
yeah. So
crazy?
I got a call that was like, wow, that just totally flipped things around. And before you know,
Yeah.
one day you're playing a nobody, and the next day you got a cool gig like that. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Good story.
energy, all that stuff.
It's true. Yeah, and you gotta like try to keep the faith. Keep it going. Do
Yeah.
your best.
So do the tune and then tell us how you got to perform it at the White House, because I
Yeah.
want to hear that.
Cool. I'll leave the story for after. I'll
Yeah.
let you guys be
You got to leave the cliffhangers.
awash in curiosity. And in the meantime, I don't know if anyone got our trivia question. But
Not
think about
yet.
it, guys.
Not yet.
I gotta give these encouraging dinosaurs to somebody.
If not them, then me. I know the answer, so.
If you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. You think you got it, cage of brass and a lock and a key. You think she's too dumb to set herself free. The fact that you're locking her up shows you're the dummy. And if you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. Singing is 50% confidence. When I'm confident, I won't be content just to hang around and be your pretty little plaything. 'Cause I see sky out my window, and the sun is rising, 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 just like I will. 'Cause I see sky out my window, the sun is rising, 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 just like I will. If you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away, away. Ooh, ooh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
I gotta talk to you later with your bribe money. Thank
My
you for
what
being
money?
your bribe money. Thank you for being so sweet and applauding everything.
No, you're fantastic.
No,
I
it's
feel
good-
honored
yeah, it
sitting
is.
here.
We have Justin Moyer. Moyer, am I pronouncing that right?
Justin Moyer, how you doing, friend?
2 interviews in a row, he says.
Yes, I was just on Justin's friend Tyler's podcast with him last night. I don't know when it's getting released.
Okay.
But it's a really cool podcast. It's called Sink, Swim, or Fly.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we have Erica Ashley Belk saying Lady Beast.
Yes, Queen.
And Rachel Kassan saying Beatles. So
Is that the answer to the trivia question?
it is not the answer to the trivia question, but now I know why she wrote Beatles. I don't know if she was saying that's a
You're
Beatles.
like, is that a request?
What?
What's going
No.
on?
No, it is not the Beatles. Okay.
All right, sorry, friend.
So well, now we left them with the cliffhanger. So how did you end up playing?
So it really was just like a community thing. So I'm part of the LGBT community. I'm bisexual, kind of have the invisible minority thing going on. People assume I am whatever sexuality is associated with my relationship at the moment,
Okay.
you know. And I really make a point of being part of the community. Like, it's important to me.
Great.
And
So you clearly were there for this administration then.
Oh, God. Yeah, so that was
Let's not get it. Oh, okay, all right.
That was
okay.
the Obama administration.
Yeah.
I like to make that very clear.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Yeah.
which
I put it in
where
my
you
bio.
played,
I don't want
what
anyone
year.
thinking I was
I
at the
know,
Trump
that's
White
why
House.
I'm busting your
Yeah,
chops.
I know. So there actually was a day, like, and Obama did this. The administration did this. They made a day that was specifically about, like, bisexual awareness and the different, the unique things that the community faces.
Okay.
And which it is kind of unique. In fact, bisexual and transgendered people are more likely than anyone else to experience intimate partner violence, for example.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I think it's a dubious, it's a dubious prize, but I think actually trans people have us even beat than that.
Okay.
Like, that's really like, there really are like unique challenges that our communities face.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, there was like this like briefing. Basically, it was a big press conference at the White House that was like about the experiences of bisexual people. That a friend of mine was putting together, because I'm just like, the bi community is small, we're very close knit, you
Okay.
know. And so my friend was putting it together and said, we also want to have the voices of artists sharing, through song and through poetry.
That's great.
And so I got to go and sing that friggin'
What
song.
room was
at
it
the
in?
White House.
And
It was in, oh my gosh, I wish I could tell. It was in like one of these buildings named after some president.
okay. Probably right. That makes.
Yeah, right. It
Was
in,
Obama there? Did he was?
He actually, it was so sad. Him and Michelle. I mean, it wasn't sad for them. It
Right.
was sad for me, because I was
I
like,
think it was sad for them
I
if they
wanted
got
to
to
have a
miss you
family
Like,
perform.
I'm going to meet Obama.
I
know.
think that's
he
very
and Michelle
sad.
were at like another event. It was equally important, you know, like they were at another event that day. So we, but we did like, we were live streamed. The White House like live streamed it.
Very
You
cool.
could go watch like whitehouse.gov and friggin' I was on there.
And now, what made you pick this? Was this song in particular? Was it new at the time, or was it just it meant?
I think it was new, and I also wanted to do something that was empowering. You know, we had a day that was, like I said, some of the statistics that people have to share could be a little bleak, and I wanted to just give people like a feeling of like that, you know, like we can rise up type of thing.
Right.
You know.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's,
it's a good choice.
let's. No, I'm sorry. It's not the Beatles, but I'll read it again. In 1963, this group became the first group to have 3 consecutive number ones in the U.S. Somebody get it right so we can.
Tony Walker, do you know?
No, he's not allowed to guess.
Oh, come on. I love these CDs.
Rory really gives
I
us
want
an
him to win 'em for me.
LGBTQ such empowerment and love. That's from Erica. And Rachel writes beautiful singing. Lori Denise writes beautiful voice.
Thank you.
So who are your influences?
Well, you know, I grew up in the 90s, and I really started, 90s kid. I really started playing like right around the time of like the Lilith Fair, like all of these like badass female singer-songwriters, you know, so like there was a plethora of them, like, you know, in my CD player, you know, like Alanis is my homegirl in a big, big way, you know, I love Liz Phair, Fiona Apple, you know, like all of those people, and Rufus Wainwright was a big one, like singer-songwriters that like kind of, push the envelope of what a singer-songwriter could do and could be, you know. So yeah, that was kind of like what I grew up on. Oh, and Ben Folds 5 was like my band.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So you could hear a lot of this stuff, and I was,
I hope so, because I mean, I hope so, because I love those musicians. Like, I don't know if anyone else feels that way, you know. But yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have a follow up to that. That's all.
Yeah. Well, since you brought up Alanis, Jagged Little Pill is on Broadway now, so that is, you know. I can tell my story quick of what happened to that. We went to go see it. Ari and I went to go see it a couple weeks ago. I posted it when we were there. It was a really, really good show. We were having a great time. I was at least No, it's not Beach Boys. I was at least 3, isn't it, a tonics in. That was the name of the alcoholic beverage that there. Isn't it a tonic was the name of it? Yeah, yes. So yeah, they were only like $32 too. Like that's not even really exaggerating. I think they were really like $32 each. And just before you ought to know, the big, supposedly again, probably you guys have seen it. So don't tell me how it ends because we didn't see it end because the whole theater was evacuated. There was somebody who accidentally discharged some pepper spray.
Oh, I saw this on your Facebook.
Yes, the
I felt so
entire
bad
theater was evacuated. We were outside in 20-degree weather for at
With
least
wind
an hour and a half.
chill, it was
at
even
least an hour and a
colder.
half. And they kept saying, we're going to get you guys back in soon. We're going to get you. And then every time they would say that, another fire truck would pull in. Another police car would. I mean, the whole street was at least 7 fire. I'm not exaggerating.
Just pepper spray?
For just pepper spray. We all thought that there was.
You probably wish they would have sprayed it on the street so you guys could stay warm or something.
It was cold and it sucked. But Howie got it. 4 seasons. Good job, Howie.
Oh, good work, Howie.
And thank you, Don. Great show, Joe. Thank you.
You got dinosaurs and music coming to you, my friend.
And Howie is a great fan of original music on Long Island, so I know he's digging your stuff.
Yeah, he's a piano player, isn't he?
Howie? I don't know. I don't think so.
I thought he was.
He's a lawyer. Lawyers can't play music.
It's against the rules. No, Howie's awesome. I've done some stuff with him too.
Oh, you know Howie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I figured.
If it's the Howie of which I am thinking.
It probably is,
how many
right?
Howies are there? Yeah.
Hey, so let's do an Alanis tune.
Let's do some Alanis.
Yeah.
By the way, they all die at the end.
Oh my God. Dinosaurs? Was it dinosaurs?
It was dinosaurs.
Ugh.
It was dinosaurs. A
All
T-Rex comes and stomps on them all. It's kind of like a Monty Python callback, actually.
That would be
Bigfoot,
really freaking cool, and now I'm really upset.
I know. I'm sorry you missed it. It was really good.
Okay. Well, at least we will go back. We did get our money back, and but what a. And then of course when I posted it on Facebook, everybody had a pun.
I mean, I'm sure everyone was like, "Hey, isn't that ironic?
Isn't that ironic?"
Right.
Did the firemen go down on you in the theater?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I bet. Well, I'll tell you what. Because I'm such an Alanis fangirl, I'm going to do, it's not a deep cut, it was a single, but I'm going to do Uninvited, which is my
very cool.
faves.
It's one of my favorites too. I'm a huge Alanis fan, so.
I'm such an Alanis fangirl. I'm crazy about her.
I'm an Alanis fangirl.
She's, you know what? Like, props. That's awesome.
100%.
That's the soundtrack that she wrote for that one movie, right?
Yeah, City of Angels.
Yeah,
right.
That was really powerful.
I do a lot of the songs that are on that soundtrack. Like, it was such a good soundtrack, and I really don't remember much about the movie. Like, I know I saw it. I was pumped because
Nick
every
Cage
single
was in it.
great.
Right. Well, just watch it and just mute it in between songs.
I know. Seriously.
Nicolas
like,
Cage,
there was like that Goo Goo Dolls song. There were a lot of really good tunes on that soundtrack, and then the movie was like underwhelming.
Oh, that was the "Don't Want the World to See Me."
Yeah.
Was that Iris?
Iris.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Anywho. Flattered by your fascination with me, like any hot-blooded woman. I have simply wanted an object to crave, but this is not allowed. You're uninvited and unfortunate. Just like a squirm. It must be somewhat heartening to watch your bad meat shepherd. But you're not alone. You're uninvited and unfortunate. greatly intriguing. You speak of my love like you will experience love like mine before. But this is not allowed. You're unmated and unfortunate slave. I don't think you unworthy. I need a moment to deliberate.
Oh, that is such a good
Yeah.
song. I love that song so much.
Thank you. I love it too. No one
Really?
ever thinks of it anymore.
It was a hit though.
No, it was great.
It was definitely right.
It was a hit.
It was, I guess, because it wasn't on her main,
It wasn't
the big
on Jagged
album.
Little Pill.
And that's it's like a double-edged sword for an artist when they come out, when they release an album that's that big.
That's so
like,
good.
Like
Yeah.
Hootie, and just think of all these groups from the '90s that had these
Right.
big albums that were their first out, and then how do you follow that up? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Oh, right, because it's like actually like no matter how good what you follow up is like
It's
she
not
had
gonna-
like what 6 or 7 hits with that album, like
yeah.
a big string
yeah.
of really successful singles.
And as my wife pointed out, that was one of the songs we missed from the play.
Well,
I
that's
don't,
nice.
I
So
don't
now she
think
had
that
it.
one was in the play,
Oh, it wasn't?
but there were a lot of tracks that were not on Jagged.
Yeah, there
Little
were there
Pill
were a
that
couple of
really
new,
cool.
Yeah,
Like
one of her new ones, I think, that she recently wrote, or
well, I don't know if there was anything in there from like she's gonna release a new album, but like I have all of her albums. I'm like that kind
Okay,
of fan.
so
you know?
yeah.
There was stuff that I heard that I was like, I don't think anyone knows this song
Right.
except me.
You're looking
'Cause
around.
I'm like
and-
that
yeah.
person.
Right,
You know?
right.
But yeah.
So, well, Howie
And
writes.
then they all die by the T-Rex.
Right.
So there's
well,
that,
that's
you
that's
know.
just. I'm really looking forward to seeing
yeah.
that. Does it
Sorry
get
to
gory?
spoiler for it's. Well, I wouldn't bring like kids under 10 or 12.
Okay.
You know.
Howie writes, I am not a musician, but I am digging this. He says Rory has a new fan.
Oh,
So-
thank you. Oh, I guess it's a different Howie then.
It is a different Howie.
Oh,
it must
well,
be a different
hello,
Howie.
new Howie.
New Howie.
I'm grateful to bring my music to the ears of a new Howie.
And if nothing else goes right for the rest of the evening, you have a new fan.
That's
If-
wonderful.
If you came here and you're like, you know what, Joe, that was the worst. At least you have a.
If I get eaten by a T-Rex.
If you get eaten on. Joe Stas, if I'm pronouncing that right, writes very nice. Hi from Florida Delray Beach.
Nice.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for watching. Hauntingly beautiful, says Don.
Oh, thank you.
What is your all-time favorite cover to sing when you do a show? That might not be the typical. That might not be the typical or popular song. That's from Rachel. She wants to know what's your favorite cover. Wow, I can't read.
That's cool. Nobody's Girl by Bonnie Raitt.
That's your favorite cover.
Like that's my favorite. Like, what play is what you want to play at the moment. You know?
Well, that's
Such
got to
a
always
good-
change, right?
It does always. Yeah, like right now, Nobody's Girl is where it's at. You can't go wrong with Bonnie Raitt. And Nobody's Girl is a great song. I'll do it for you if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, you do a even if you don't want to do the whole song, because I want to make sure that we get everything, and we only have another 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes?
We got 10
Okay.
minutes, so maybe do a verse chorus.
I'll do a verse chorus for you.
Yeah.
That's good. Then I can't mess up like first verse, third verse. I'll just sing whatever. happens.
Verse you feel.
I'm always here to play some Bonnie Raitt. She's so good.
She's great.
She don't need anybody to tell her she's pretty. She's heard it every single day of her life. You got to wonder what she sees in him when there's so many others standing in line. She gives herself to him, but it's still on the outside. She's fragile like a string of pearls. She's a nobody's girl. She's a nobody's girl. Ooh, she's a nobody's girl. First verse to last chorus. There you go.
I can
It's such
see
a good
why you
song,
dig that
though.
song. That's
It's-
I've never heard that before.
I know, it's like one of those, I think like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know like what's like a hit, because like my
on
mom
the
used to
album
play
and, yeah.
Bonnie Raitt, while
Yeah.
she was cleaning the house and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yes, Bonnie,
Yeah, absolutely.
That song is like, I don't know, it's my jam.
That's your
you know?
for now.
For
Well,
now.
it probably will always be,
changes.
right.
Yeah,
right.
It's always a special place in my heart.
I wrote down Triceratones.
Yeah.
So,
So the Triceratones are my band. It's a mixed cast.
okay.
Like I have a few wonderful humans that I sing with. Claire Raby, Pauline Salati, Nico Patton are often my, my girl group kind of.
Okay.
We all do we do like 4-part harmony.
Where
type
do you
of
play?
vibe.
Like, where do you gig regularly?
Yeah,
gig-
that website that I put up, can they find your schedule and stuff, like everywhere you are and with all these different places on it?
Yes, they can. Thank
Okay,
you for
good.
asking. Yeah,
Good.
so RoryKelly.com, you will find my sites. If you follow me on my Facebook page, it's Rory Kelly. And just type Rory Kelly into Facebook and you'll find me. And Instagram, which is Rory Makes Songs.
Oh.
I post my gigs there every week too to let people
Cool.
know where I'll be. So yeah, I play everywhere. I play a lot at this bar called O'Brien's in Manhattan,
Okay.
which is really fun because I run into people like from all around the world.
Do you live on Long Island, though?
I live on Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you make
I'm
the track
here
out to the
too.
city, I mean, do you find that they want the original material more so than...
It really, it depends. I mean, there's just as many bar gigs in New York City as there are here. Like as many like Brown Eyed Girl gigs. You know what I'm saying? But but I do find like
I'm going to start calling them that. That's good.
the right places, like people do ask. People ask me for my originals, even at the cover gigs, and that's really like gratifying.
That's really cool. But do
Yeah.
you ever do like one of those like 45-minute sets at the bitter end, or...
Oh yeah, totally.
Like
yeah.
just original stuff. And when you do it, is it just you on guitar?
Often it's me and my looper type of
Right,
thing.
right.
Yeah. Often. Sometimes, sometimes I'll bring out like, I have a great percussion player I play with, Mark Rouser. He's awesome. Sometimes I'll, bring him. Sometimes I'll bring my dad on the bass or my
Nice.
girls.
Nice.
I kind of do whatever works at any given moment.
Right.
I'm like free and clear.
Well, that's
this
what a lady
time.
beast does.
That's right.
That's how you roll, right?
Yeah.
So-
but I will tell you, on Friday I'm playing at a place called Green Hill Kitchen all the way in Greenport. It's going to be a really good gig. It's going to be a more original focus, and it's a great place to hear live music.
And that's nowhere near the city.
It's nowhere near the city, right? Greenport to Greenport.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if anyone is going to be out on the East End or just wants to take a jaunt, Green Hill Kitchen on Friday night is going to be really fun.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
they can find you RoryKelly.com.
Yep.
And I want to ask you very quickly too, the songwriting process for you. How do you typically go about? Do you just wait for the inspiration? Do you sit down and say, all right, I got to work today, I got to come up with a new song? Do you write words first, music first?
I write on the go a lot. I know what a blessing this is. A lot of people say creativity is not like a faucet. Like for me, it's a faucet. Like for me, I can't turn it off. I always have songs coming. And so I will be driving home from a gig and like hitting my voice recorder. You know what I mean?
Get the idea down, right?
Yeah, like get it in there. And now that I'm looping too, I'm shameless a little bit. Like I'm like so casual about gigging. I like wrote half a song one time on the way to a gig, and I'm like, I think I can set up a loop on the looper and finish this song on stage tonight, and I did.
Nice.
And it's cool actually that like songs evolve that way for me. Sometimes I'll write a song and I'll play it out for a few weeks, and by the end of those few weeks, maybe it's transformed a little.
Of course, yeah. That takes on a life of its own. Yeah.
I'm very intuitive about it. At this point, I play out like a whole lot. I play out a bunch of times every week, so I'm like, well, where else am I gonna get this song written? I better do it tonight.
When did you, how old were you when you wrote, like, your first song where you were like, wow, you know what, I could do this?
Well, I knew I wanted to do it when I was 13, and I was, just like listening to, it was like, I think 1997 or
Well,
98.
and not to interrupt you, but back to Joe's question, do you do, like, the lyrics first, like a poem, or do you do, like, the music and
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
how you
didn't
do
say
it?
that.
Okay.
I actually, they kind of come together for me, and that's kind of how I knew I was kind of a songwriter. When I used to write poetry, it always had a melody in my head.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily have a song format, but I'd sing my poetry to myself while I wrote it. And then I just started like being so moved by music that I was like, oh, I already do this. Maybe I should be a songwriter, like.
Right.
Yeah. And then I was like, I guess I better learn an instrument, and then I spent like the next 5 years locked in my bedroom playing it,
That's awesome.
And your dad teaches bass. Did he teach you guitar as well? And
He actually
any other
teaches-
instruments that you play?
He teaches recording. He is a studio owner and a producer first and foremost. So I taught myself guitar. I kind of didn't want my parents to teach me. I kind of hid my guitar actually when I first was learning.
I get that.
I found a guitar and I like stuck it behind an armchair. I'm like, no one will know until I am good.
Right.
But both my parents are really good musicians, and so like that's good just because it's like it was good to be around.
Absolutely,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Growing up around music, you really had no choice.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah.
but I
It was
can
really,
I
my
can
mom
also
is the one who taught me
understand.
how to tune a guitar. And she's amazing. She used to do exactly what I do, like go out one woman with her guitar, and
Oh, that's
conquer the
awesome.
world.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
mom, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, my
Okay.
mom. Yeah.
So I mean that, but I could also understand you kind of wanted to keep it to yourself because it's like you have two parents who are excellent musicians. You
Yeah.
just want to do your own, like be in your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm such an introvert. I just want to do my own thing. And then when I'm good at it, that's when everyone can know that I'm learning.
Right. Well, speaking of which, we are very close to the end,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But I want you to take us out with, give us another original tune.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. This has been
thanks
really
for
wonderful.
Anytime, you're always welcome. We'll chat again. I love meeting.
This has been great.
Yeah.
I love what you do here too. It's like such a good vibe.
We have fun. Before you do this, I will say, yes, we are in Levittown. Another great show, says Howie. Thank you, Howie.
Thank you, Howie.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with Moonflower. A couple of people
nice.
from Moonflower, so we will be doing.
Zestos.
Zestos will be here, and we'll be doing a Santana evening. So I don't know how that's going to work with acoustic music, but it's going to. We're
Yeah,
gonna
are they
make it
bringing
work.
like the congos?
I don't know what they're bringing, but
Yeah.
we don't know until about 7:50 on the night of the
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And then next week, I'm probably, because I'm still doing, every other Monday from home, my own thing. I think we're probably going to be doing that from KJ Farrell's because I'm playing in the Wonder Stories Bangladesh show on March 13th at the Tilla Center. So tickets are still available for that. It's big.
Nice.
They recreate the concert for Bangladesh that George Harrison did
That's so cool.
in 1970 or 71, I forget. But I'll be doing a tune with them, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, get tickets for that, guys. And thank you again for coming on and playing us your tunes and
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
take us out.
I'm going to take us out. All right, guys. This song is called American Daydream. This is about walking away from stuff that's not working. I'm not telling you what to do at the voting booth. I'm just going to leave that in your ears. This American daydream wrapped me up in gauze and paint. It gave me a relapse, said I liked it better that way. And that may be true, I thought, but it shouldn't be that way. So where do I go with the riptide feet dangling from my veins? I don't care what you say to me. It's easy to walk away, to walk away, to walk away from this. A conversation has been telling in many ways, but it is not pushing me closer to my goals. And this pile of parking tickets and bills in my face are making me think I should just do as I'm told. I don't care what you say to me. It's easy to walk away, to walk away, to walk away from this.
Wow. It's an abrupt ending.
I felt like I made it a shorter version of the song. I felt like we had to get out of time. And
Oh,
that's what you guys were talking about.
no. No, we just had to figure out how we were going to wrap it up. But no, that's cool.
Well,
Well, I'm sorry
No.
that you cut it short. Can
if you want to hear the
Yes,
end of
I
the
want to.
song,
I want to hear
you'll
the
have
rest of
to.
it. Yes, I do.
Everyone gets eaten by dinosaurs.
Right. Well played.
5, 6, 7, 8. I can think of better ways to make me like you than to tell me that I'm pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna fall for any of this, 'cause I know it all too well. These American bad boys thought they got one over on me. They gave me jail and editor's marks on my body. I don't care what you say to me. It's to walk away from. I don't care what you say to me. It's easy to walk away, to walk away, to walk away from this.
That's the real ending.
That's for realsies.
Rory Kelly, everybody, thanks for coming. It's so nice to meet
Thank you so
I
much
love
for
meeting
having
people
me.
for the first time on
I
this
do
show.
too,
It's really cool. See you guys on March. What's 2 weeks from today? March 16th. All right. Stay safe from
Or like
the
I'm like
coronavirus.
counting with my
Day before
fingers.
St. Patrick's Day.
Indeed.
St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Yes, and we'll be here with dinosaurs on March 16th.
Excellent.
See you.